So we're going to talk about dynamic retargeting on Facebook, which is the closest thing we get to smart shopping, basically, on Google Ads. Before I go into that, I'd like to talk a bit about strategy for each client. So each strategy, for each client, you'll need a different strategy, whether it's about dynamic retargeting or strategy for the whole account. Because each client is different, their business is different, their clients are different, the customer journey is different, their resources are different, like what type of creatives they have, what type of content they have, and so on. So when you create a strategy for each client, you will need to first analyze everything they have, and then figure out how you can use all of their resources and create your strategy to target their ideal clients, their ideal customers. So now we can go into dynamic retargeting. The first thing is that you need to go into the commerce manager. So you will need the catalog to be shared with you. The client will need to share this with us, with the partner, the agency, and then you should have access to the catalog, and then you can start configuring it. Normally, you get a catalog with all of the products. So what a lot of people do is just choose the whole catalog and just retarget all products. This is not ideal, especially if there are thousands of SKUs. So you would want to separate them into categories, product sets, especially if they have some bestsellers that are selling really well. You would want to have those into a different product set. So once you go into the commerce manager for this catalog, you will also want to verify that the view content, add to cart, initiate checkout, and purchases events are matched properly with the products they have. Because otherwise, Facebook will not know, okay, so you have a view content event, but for each product, was it? Right? So the product ID needs to be matched with that view content event, with that add to cart event, with that initiate checkout event, and that purchase event. And
can you show what that means? Sorry, maybe you're going to do that. Can you show what that means to match the event, match the ID?
So this is where you see it. So in the commerce manager, in the catalog, in events here,
yeah,
you will see if these are matched. So you'll see around 90%. It depends.
Oh, that's it. Sorry. Got it.
Yeah. But the developer will need to figure this, like set this up in code in Google Tag Manager. So they'll need to make sure this set up properly. But then you'll be able to verify it here. So in the commerce manager in events, you'll be able to see like a percentage of events that were matched to the content IDs, which are the product IDs. And this percentage depends, depends how the page loads, if it was able to pick up that product ID when the event fires up. So it's not 100%. But if it doesn't work, you'll see like 0% here for one of these. Obviously, the purchase is the most important one. But if you want to retarget product views and add to cart, then these are also important. So this would be the first step. You need to check that the events are matched to the product ID. And then you can go into creating the sets, the product sets. So you have all of the products in the catalog. You can create sets here. And you can, if there aren't a lot of products, you can manually select them. So you can just select them and then create a set, name it. But if they have hundreds or thousands of products, then you'll want to use filters. So you have here the product type is what this client uses to identify a category. So when I use the product type here, I can search for a category they have on the website. And I'm able to see this because it's configured in the product feed. So the developers would have to make sure that this is properly labeled in the product feed. And then you'd be able to see it here on Facebook.
In Shopify.
What's that one?
They need to configure everything in Shopify, and they will connect their feed.
Yeah, I mean, it depends what website platform they use, but Shopify, WooCommerce, they will need to match. So they will have the category you have on the website, let's say, and they would have to set up this product type.
I see.
And match it. And then you're just picking that data right here on Facebook. You can also filter by price. So price is greater than, and then you set an amount. And something else I wanted to configure for this client, but they don't have it, is size. So these are, but they don't have the size configured. They don't have this attribute configured in the product feed. So if I wanted to create a product set based on all earrings that are 3 carat, for instance, if I wanted this product set and I wanted to promote this product set, 3 carat earrings, then I would ask the developers of the client to create this label, the size label, and make sure to match. So all of the products with 3 carats, we need to match this size. We need to match this size, 3 carat size. They will have to configure that in the product feed. And then I would be able to see here. So if I were to look for 3 carats, I would be able to see it here. Depends how they name it exactly in the product feed. But otherwise, what I use here is product type. And then I created a bunch of product sets. So I basically replicated all of the product categories they have on the website into product sets in the catalog. And now I'm able to create ads that are dynamic, but use only this product. So if I want to promote a certain category or retarget with a certain category of product, I would use one of these sets. Does that make sense?
Yeah, a question regarding all the attributes you mentioned, like, the size, and you said that the client has to do it. Do most of these feeds that we create on shopping, like on let's say Shopify, can they do this themselves? Like, are these all options within these apps we use on Shopify or other platforms?
Yeah, there should be in Shopify, and for WooCommerce, you basically need a third-party plugin to do that. There are a bunch of them that make it pretty easy to configure. Like you have a dashboard inside the plugin, and then you choose or create the category there. It's not super technical, but you kind of have to understand what all of this means.
Lucian, one question. Yeah. I think the clients can create product collections through Shopify. Are those collections the same as these product sets?
Yeah. So yeah, in Shopify it should be much easier. Like I think it creates it automatically or something. This client doesn't use Shopify. It uses they use.
My question is, when the client creates a collection in Shopify, does it link to Facebook ads as a product set? Or you don't know that?
Can you repeat that question?
Yeah, when the client creates a product collection in Shopify, does it link as a product set in Facebook ads?
Yeah, you should be able to see that.
Okay. Because I didn't know that we were able to create sets here in the catalog. So this is good to know.
Yeah, you're able to customize however you want, like bestsellers, as I said, a certain size, however you think it would make sense to promote the products for a certain group of products.
Okay.
Like based on a certain price and so on, because you might not want to promote. You might want to promote like lower price items and then higher end items, or like only dresses or whatever it is, right? Okay. So now to go into creating a catalog sales campaign, which is the objective you use to create these dynamic product ads. So you would use the catalog sales objective when you create a new campaign.
Mm-hmm.
You would choose the catalog. Make sure it's the right catalog for the client. And then you go into ad sets. So let's say, like the most common way to retarget is to retarget view content and add to cart for the last 7 or 14 days. Again, it depends on each client. I like using 7 days lately. I've tested 14 days for this client. It hasn't worked that well compared to 7 days. And for this type of retargeting, I like to use all products because so you choose all products from the catalog, and then you choose the option here to retarget ads. This is for prospecting customers. I'll talk a bit more about this later. And then you have these pre-configured options here. So it's viewed or added to cart, but not purchased, so excluding purchasers from the last 14 days. So I choose 7 days. And here I choose optimize for conversions. So optimizing for link clicks doesn't work well. And even if you don't have a huge audience here, like people that added to cart or viewed content in the last 7 days, it's still better to optimize for conversion. And then you have the ad itself. And what this does, so once someone views a product page or adds to cart a particular product, they see this product again. So this product is the one I would have seen or I would have added to cart, the first one.
I have one question.
Yeah.
So the whole catalog is synced with this campaign, right? With this
Yes.
asset.
Yes.
So, and what I'm seeing is a carousel ad. So if I have seen, if I have viewed 3 chains, am I going to see those 3 chains, or Facebook is going to suggest me some products as well, similar to the ones I have seen?
They will randomly show you the ones you've seen. So the first one would be random from the ones you've seen. But all of the other ones will be the ones that are from the catalog, like the next ones, right?
Okay, so Facebook is going to show me. So if I have viewed 3 products, Facebook is Facebook going to show me those 3 products, or
it's going to show you one random.
Only one?
Yes. Like, I mean, the first one, you only see one ad when you see this ad.
So you
but
only
it's
see. Sorry, go ahead.
Like it's a carousel, so you'll see other products, but it's only the first one that is basically a reminder of what you saw on the site. And if you saw multiple ones or added to cart multiple ones, it would be randomly chosen.
Okay.
So the first time you see this ad, you would see one of the products that you saw on the website. The next time you see this ad, you would see another from those that you saw on the website, and so on.
So I'm gonna see the one I saw, and then random products in the carousel.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So Then you go. Yeah.
Lucian, I had a question, please. Like, is it only under the carousel format, or do they have other format like image only?
So they have this dynamic format and creative here, which basically creates different formats.
Okay.
So it's a catalog. It's primarily a catalog, like a carousel, but you can see it can also be a collection. I don't normally like to use this, but for retargeting ads, I leave it on. I mean, it's fine because some people might prefer to see a carousel, others might prefer to see a different format.
Okay.
And it can also create a video out of the sum of the products you saw. So this is Facebook's doing, like it's creating different formats on its own. And in terms of text, so what I've seen works usually something like, hey, did you forget to complete your order? Or here's 10% off to complete your order. So ads like that, because you're basically reminding that person that they forgot to complete their order, or you give them an incentive to complete that order. So it's this type of angle. And you can have multiple, like 2, 3 ads that you can test at the same time. You can create an ad, you have the text, you publish it, and then you duplicate it. And you leave them all on, and you see which one tends to perform best. And then you stop the other ones. And it's good to test different creative ideas, copy ideas here.
I have a question.
Yeah.
So for targeting, we have selected, viewed or added to cart but not purchased. So if we have another asset targeting added to cart,
Yeah.
so if we run 2 ad sets, one viewed and added to cart, and the other one added to cart, shall we exclude? So we want to differentiate those people that viewed but didn't purchase, and those that add to cart but didn't purchase. So we need to exclude added to cart in the viewed or add to cart asset. Does that make sense? So
you want to have separate, like for product views and for add to cart, right?
Exactly. So then I will have to exclude. Okay. All right. Okay.
So here in custom combination, you would only have viewed.
That.
Yeah. So you can even have viewed for 30 days, and then exclude purchasers for 30 days.
Okay, this is awesome. I didn't know how to do this. Okay, perfect.
Yeah. So this is how you would combine them.
And what I'm seeing here is automated lookalike audience. Does it mean that it's going to create a lookalike audience from what?
From your retargeting audience, which would be viewed or added to cart. But remember, a lookalike audience is a cold audience, so it's not a retargeting audience.
Exactly. So
you wouldn't
I can have on, and then when I go to the audience manager, I will be able to see that audience that Facebook automatically created for me. Yeah. If you wouldn't on that button.
Which one? This one?
Yeah.
You wouldn't use this in retargeting. So if you want to target a cold, okay. Maybe
I mean, not for remarketing, but if I want to have another lookalike audience, then I can toggle on that button, and then Facebook will automatically create a lookalike audience based off.
I think that's a pretty new option. I haven't seen that. I haven't seen that before actually, and it doesn't seem to work right now either. But what I would do if I wanted to target a lookalike, is just do it the normal way. So here you have find prospective customers. So instead of retargeting ads, you just find prospective customers. And now you have like a normal ad set. So here you can target an interest or you can target a lookalike.
And do you recommend
Right.
doing prospecting with this kind of campaign?
Not really, doesn't work that well. If you do try it, it should be only with your best sellers. Maybe when you have like a big sale on the site, like for Black Friday, something like that, you could try this. I believe it worked quite well for AccuQuilt, an account I worked on before. We tried that. And then I don't know if it worked, yeah. It worked pretty well. It depends on the client. So if you want to try, if you think it would work to show people a random product like list, catalog, carousel, and you think they would buy if they saw that, you can try it.
Okay.
But in general, it's not as good as more customized ads. So compared to maybe a video ad or a custom carousel ad or collection ad.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. But this is how you would target cold audiences. Another thing you can try. So here you have some pre-configured options to retarget people that viewed or added to cart. But what if you want to retarget engagers, for instance, with the product set? So you do the same thing, but you choose the prospective option, and then you select the engagers. And you can also include website visitors, and actually run one of these ad sets in this account, and it also includes website visitors for 180 days. So if I want to run a promo, I have a promo on the website, a big promo, and I want to retarget all of these people, then I can include these options and have a dynamic product ad with the promo in the text. So like save 30% for this big event and so on in the text. And it will show above here. And then they would also see all of the products.